I will start the recording. So I started the session with you by talking about the subject of marketing and why this marketing is important for the organization and for your life. Then we come to the importance of SEMBA program in the Mauritius, in the study board. Sri Lanka chapter can be considered as one of the very important chapter because of the work we have done so far. Our alumni, so last year and this year, we have organized many events. So the CEO forum, breakfast with vice chancellor, many webinars. So you also can participate and get the knowledge. Nowadays in the world, we are talking about learning organization. So you get the whatever the PowerPoint or any materials, handouts, share among your friends in your office. So they also should learn. So that is the main aspect. So in Mauritius, they appreciate the work of our alumni, the contribution made by our students every year as a benchmark for other master's program in Sri Lanka. We do CSR activities. Even 2 years back, Columbia University MBA program also. So they initiated one CSR. Actually, they taken the advices from our SEMBA program on that cataract surgeries for the needy people. So it means technically you are very fortunate to participating for this particular program with good alumni, good number of students, expertise of the staff and all. So try to get the maximum for these 2 years. I consider this as a paradigm shift in your life. So you need to make a change in your life. Every day, whatever the materials you get, try to read, try to share with others, try to read some relevant other materials also. On and off, we will share some articles with you, some videos and all. So try to learn. And my subject actually, so every year in the marketing management, I like to share my subject with some industry experts because I do consultancy for the private sector. So because of that, usually I share my lectures to give you a kind of a flavor from the industry as well. So next week, one Miss Hirosha Tennokon, she will do few sessions followed by Suranga Patirana. He also one of the practitioner for Kalani cables. So you will get the whatever the different perspective of the subject of marketing. That should be the way. Master's level, in the undergraduate level, we say we ask you to explain Maslow's hierarchy. Then you might explain it with physiological needs, then safety needs, social needs, esteem needs, and self-actualization need. So where Maslow in 1943 mentioned, you have to climb one by one. But in the master's level, you need to say what are the pros and cons of Maslow's hierarchy that we call as synthesizing skill. So you should know the practical implication for the subject, and you should know how to read some case studies. Some foreign master's program, accredited universities, ranking universities, they have only case studies because subject matters and all. Now you can learn. You can get from Google. Now you are very fortunate to have ChatGPT and all. So likewise, the practical aspect with the theory you need to learn. So then we will start the discussion. So I will share the PowerPoint presentation with you. So introduction. First, we can have a kind of intro for the subject of marketing. I think this PowerPoint is visible for everybody. Am I correct?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
All right, Buddha. Thank you very much.
Yes, sir.
Right. So, Shanu, you are not that much audible, Buddha. Shanu Kirti Singh.
No, the thing is, I'm on my way still.
No problem. No problem, Buddha. No problem.
I will be home by another half an hour. So
Okay, Buddha.
sorry.
Okay, perfectly fine. So this particular subject, so the introduction, we need to know what is this marketing. By looking at the history of the subject of marketing, you need to understand, you should know scarcity of the resources. Resources are very scarce. Because of that, we need to utilize maximum usage of the resources are really important. That's why the subject of economics emerged 400, 500 years back. Right? Then Adam Smith and all, with their Wealth of Nation, they discuss about the subject of economics. So by looking at the scarcity of the resources and how you are going to utilize. Then only 200 years back, we start to talk about something called management. In management, always we concerned about efficiency and effectiveness. Again, organizing, planning, organizing, implementation, and controlling. We consider it as a process of management. After that, I think 100 years back, we start to discuss about the subject of marketing. One of the stream comes under management, marketing management, like human resource management, operations management, production management, financial management. Likewise, here we are talking about marketing management. So before we are talking about marketing management, in economics, better for us to read something on market. මොකද්ද මේ වෙළඳපළ කියන්නේ? මොකද්ද වෙළඳපළ කියන්නේ? What is market? What is the meaning of market? Market is a place where the actual and potential buyers are going to meet. It can be a physical market or it can be a virtual market. Now, because of e-commerce and all, we can see the virtual market. The place where the actual and potential buyers are going to meet. In the market, people share a need and want that can be satisfied through exchange relationships. So, whatever the exchange happen, we need to fulfill certain conditions. There should be at least two parties. Each party should have something to offer. So the freedom of communication, you have freedom to accept or reject the offer. So market is a place where the buyers and sellers are going to meet. They will decide certain things. We can see maybe symbolic exchange or the physical exchange of certain things, right? That is market. Then what is marketing? So what is marketing? What is your idea on marketing? Yes, my dear students, what is your idea on marketing? මොකද්ද marketing කියන්නේ? කියලා කිව්වා. Yes. Adhikari, what is your idea? Aisha? What is marketing? Dimutu?
We can say like the person who's going to buy, we explain what are the good qualities or attractive features of the product to sell through marketing.
Very good. Very good, Puta. Wow. Is that Dimutu?
Yes.
Dimutu, what is the place you're working at, Dimutu?
I'm working at Coca-Cola, sir.
Right, good. So I think what to mention is something very aligned with the requirement of the particular business and the market. So we have to be very much concerned about those factors. So we need to take that into consideration. Any other ideas?
So selling goods with advertising.
Yes.
Advertising about the product or service.
Very good. Very good. Our Shankari, no?
Yes, sir.
Yes, Shankari. How are you?
Fine, sir.
So Shankari, we considered as she worked for Open University, one of our asset for the university. Now I think she is engaging with some consultancy work and all. Yes, it's marketing. Most of the time people say it should be aligned with the advertising. Thank you. Any other ideas? One thing?
Bias is
Yes, Puta?
sir මේ විකිණීම සහ මිලදී ගැනීම.
ඔව් විකිණීම සහ මිලට ගැනීම. ඒ කියන්නේ අපි කියනවා selling, buying and selling තමයි marketing කියලා. නේද පුතා?
Yes sir.
Right පුතා. Thank you. Very good. Buying and selling.
So
And
the
design, yes.
organization's strategy to reach their product to the customers.
Right, yes. Mubashira, no?
Yes, sir.
Organization strategies to meet the needs and wants of the customer. So I will do certain refining, okay? Strategies to meet the needs and wants
Okay,
of the
sir.
customer. Thank you.
Okay.
Any other ideas?
Promoting the products or services provided by the company.
Yes, Fatima, promoting products and services. Yes, that also correct. So like Shiva Shankari, you also talking about, so she mentioned about advertising, you discuss about promotion. Good, thank you. Saturani?
It's a combined process of selling, research, advertising, and promoting any product or service.
Yeah, it's a combination. Maybe selling, maybe research, advertising. So marketing is a kind of a combination for all. Thank you. So what everybody need to understand, marketing is a kind of a subject where there are many aspects we need to take into consideration. But the subject of marketing start with customer, proceed with customer, and going to end up with customer. Start with customer. You should do research to identify and understand customer needs and wants. Then you should know how to satisfy customer needs and wants, the process. And going to end up with customer, you need to get the feedback of the customer. Marketing is something we always discuss aligned with the customer orientation. So in marketing, we consider customer as king. So technically, the customer orientation we considered as really important for the subject of marketing. Start with customer, proceed with customer, and ended up with customer. There are many definitions of the subject of marketing. So we'll discuss about the definitions. In subject of marketing, we considered Professor Philip Kotler as father of marketing. Professor Philip Kotler as father of marketing. Last year, I myself invited Professor Philip Kotler for our first international conference. Happens at the Faculty of Management Studies at the Open University of Sri Lanka. So upon my request, unfortunately, we had the COVID and all, he virtually made this keynote address for our conference. And more importantly, our father of marketing, aligned with his birthday, Sri Lanka declares as the marketing day last year, aligned with the 91st birthday of Professor Philip Kotler. So we had a very special event. So Professor Kotler we considered as the father of marketing. By looking at the subject, my dear students, so I think you already mentioned certain ideas for the subject, right? ගොඩක් අයකින් ඔය ගැන ඇහුවම එක එක්කෙනා කියනවා ලස්සන කතා. නේද? Some people start to think like it's all about sales. සමහර අය හිතන්නේ අලෙවිකරණය කියන්නේ විකුණුම් කියලා. මම හිතන්නේ most of the people in Sri Lanka start to think like the marketing is all about sales. Selling can be considered as a lifeblood of marketing. Selling can be considered as a lifeblood of marketing. We need to have selling, but marketing is again aligned with customer orientation. That is a broader way we can discuss with marketing. Some people say marketing is advertising. සමහර මිනිස්සු කියනවා marketing ගැන කතා කරද්දී some say, you know, these marketing people are always like to boast themselves and all. Boasting. But marketing is not boasting. Then again, we can see my mother going marketing every day. This is not marketing, this is shopping. So some interpretations, right? Then some say marketing is all about research. So there are many ways the layman going to discuss. Shanu mentioned selling and marketing are two different subjects. Yes. Unfortunately, in Sri Lankan context, people start to think like selling is equal to marketing. So you want to get married with a guy, if he's a selling or marketing person, most of the time you say, no, I'm not going to get married with marketing people. They always like to bluff others. That unfortunately is the mindset. Actually, the most of the organizations in Sri Lanka doing marketing, teaching marketing, like conducting some sessions should responsible. Still the general public, they think like marketing is all about sales. But you should know as a professional what is marketing. Now we come to the definition of Professor Kotler. Professor Kotler defined. So one of my respected mentor, Professor Kotler. So he always appreciate our work. So I have authored a book called Marketing in Sinhala in year 2019. A small booklet, coffee table book, only 55 pages, but entire book written on storytelling technique. First time in Sri Lanka, this marketing book. So I use storytelling, father and son, father Appuhami Mudalali, the son is Ishankar. By conversation, there are small boutique called Asari stores in Baddegama. In the conversation, I use some concepts to bring marketing into in general public. So that we call as marketing in Sinhala. I always believe, unfortunately, most of the entrepreneurs in Sri Lanka, they don't have good knowledge in marketing because we always like to communicate this message of marketing with English. But 70% of Sri Lankan entrepreneurs talking only in Tamil and Sinhala. So then there's a problem. To fill that vacuum only, I have done this coffee table book. And by using the same book, I actually produced 23 YouTube videos to communicate the message to the general public. So most of the time, I think I will share the video links and all with you with the Sinhala medium. So within 2-3 minutes time, you can absorb certain, the videos are not too long. As a marketer, I should know the time duration of less significant difference by looking at the consumer behavior. The same Sinhala book, with the help of one of my students, I already converted into Tamil medium, adaptation into Tamil medium. By next month, most probably we are going to launch the book. I will invite our Semba students also for that. So marketing is the subject where we can do wonders, but objective should be, you need to always understand customer needs and wants. It's a kind of a combination of art. We are talking about the art and the science. Slim has adopted your book, sir. Right, Shanu. Thank you very much, Puta. I don't know whether Slim has adopted the book. So that is a good news. Thank you very much. The Tamil medium also, the book is there. So now we are going to have the launch. I think the Srinagar Store Marketing can incorporate that book as well for the people. This particular subject of marketing, actually what you need to understand, my dear students, where you can have a component called science and art. We will go through the definition first. First, take 1 minute and go through this definition. Then we can have a discussion. Just take 1 minute and go through this definition. As per Professor Kotler, so he defined marketing as a science and art. What is science? What is art? Science is all about experimentation. You should have a process to identify, then organize, then implementation, experimentation, and all, then evaluation. It's a science, scientific process that we discuss in research as well. Research problem, then methodology, experimentation, analysis, and findings you need to present. It's a science. Marketing also is science because sometimes we define marketing as a marketing management as a process of planning, organizing, implementation, and controlling. It's a science. But Albert Einstein mentioned the imagination can be considered as important than knowledge. Albert Einstein kila thina imagination is important than knowledge kila. So marketing is an art also. Marketing is art. Why marketing? We consider it as art. You should have creativity in marketing. I think next few weeks, our resource person will discuss with you about the creativity in marketing. If you are not creative, you are not good marketer. This is the science and art of exploring, creating, and delivering value. So marketing is all about value creation. In strategic management and all, you will learn something on strategic management, Porter's 5 forces, aligned with value chain of Michael Porter, with primary activities and secondary activities, ultimately looking for value creation. How we create the value. So marketers should create value. Nowadays, in the world of marketing, we are talking about value co-creation. Value co-creation. You go for a haircut and all, then the barber going to ask some questions from you. Sir, make a comment, sir, how I do this sort of a massage. Then you also going to have sort of a kind of a feedback, kind of a like insight given for the salon people. So that we call as value co-creation. Value creation is a fundamental in marketing. You have to explore, create, and deliver value. For what? To satisfy needs and wants of the customer. You have to satisfy the needs and wants of the customer. Right? So ultimately, we need to satisfy them in the target market, maintaining a loyalty, customer loyalty. If Sunday Observer newspaper is not available in Kills, Moralla, I am willing to drive an extra mile to willing to drive an extra mile to buy my preferred brand. I am very loyal to that newspaper. That is customer loyalty. If the product is not available, the customer is willing to drive an extra mile to get the product. So you should have loyal customers. We considered our MBA alumni members as our loyal students. Customer loyalty is really important. So finally, marketing is the art and science of exploring, creating and delivering value to satisfy the needs and wants of a target market, maintaining loyalty at a profit. So the survival, the maximizing the wealth of the shareholder we consider as really important. That is the basic idea of the subject of marketing. There are many definitions of institutes like Chartered Institute of Marketing UK, then again American Marketing Association and all. But we will take this as one of the operational definition for the subject of marketing, right? Then we come to few theories. What is need, wants, and demand? Umana avashyata saha illuma kina. What is the difference between need and wants? What is need? What is wants? Needs we considered as a basic felt deprivation. Every human being, we have common needs. Hunger, thirst, shelter, Needs are same for everybody. Hunger, shelter, thirst, sex. So they all are same. I think I discussed about Maslow's hierarchy of needs. Basic physiological needs. Then safety, social, esteem, self-actualization. Needs are same for everybody. So marketers should identify needs. Not only that, we should identify wants. Then what is wants? Needs are same for everybody. Wants are different. Wants been shaped by our personality and culture. My friend in US, Mark, and myself, Nalin, both of us, we have same need. In the morning, hunger. But because of my personality and my culture, I will go for a milk rice. But my friend Mark in US, he will go for a sandwich. Same need, hunger. But wants? Because of the personality and culture. Wants always been shaped by personality and culture. Needs are same, wants are different. So marketers should know how to identify needs and wants. And marketers should know how to satisfy needs and wants of the customer. Identification of needs and wants are not enough. You should know how to satisfy. To identify needs and wants, we can observe the consumer behavior. We can do marketing research. I think Sri Lanka also, we have few research companies like AC Nielsen, LMRB and all. We can do marketing research. So identification of needs and wants we consider as really important. Needs are basic. Wants are different because of the culture and the personality. So that's why here in the PowerPoint, you can see the needs. Basic felt deprivation, including physical, social, and individual needs. Physical needs, food, clothing, shelter. Social need, belongings, affection, individual need, learning, knowledge, and self-expression. Womana avashyata. Then what is wants? Wants being shaped by culture and individual personality. I think in that example I mentioned. The hunger, same for everybody. But different people, because of our culture, because of our personality, we might be going for a different want. Say like, because of my personality, my vehicle is different from my friend. He's very much concerned about sport vehicle. So same need, transportation, different wants because of the personality. Different wants because of the culture. So needs and wants are different. Then what is demand? Purchasing power. That is demand. With wants, most of the people they are asking why in Sri Lanka we don't have Disneyland. I think we have one foreign student in the class. Am I correct? As per my knowledge, we have one student.
Yes, please.
Yes, good evening.
Good evening.
So we are talking about the needs, wants. I think for your dinner, you are going for a different menu. Am I correct, Dan?
Yes, yes, please.
Yes. That's a
I
different
go
menu.
for maybe yam with peanut soup.
Yeah. So it means technically by December, our students in the Semba batch, they are going to organize a very good get together. So then they will serve you Sri Lankan, whatever the menus, right?
Okay.
To receive you. So you are one of our guests for the country. You are doing some good work in Sri Lanka. So we can, as the MBA batch, we will have a small get together, physical get together. Is that good?
Sure. That'd be
Yeah,
great.
not now, maybe by December, right? So is there any class monitor? Do we have any class monitor? Batch rep in the class?
Not yet, sir.
Ayesha, shall we appoint one person? So how you feel? I hope now at the moment you have your WhatsApp group. Do you have any
Yes,
WhatsApp
sir.
group? You have a WhatsApp group, no? That particular WhatsApp group, who can be considered as the professional, every morning who say good morning and always send some greetings. Any specific person you can identify. Helping others, advising others, anybody you can identify. It's a very silent WhatsApp group. Am I correct? Is that very silent WhatsApp group, or you discuss certain things? Anybody like want to take the initiation to become a class monitor? Any volunteers? From the, I think with the discussion and all, you can let us know about the monitor, right? So one can drop one message in the WhatsApp requesting for a coordinator for the within the students, class monitor, batch representative. So then we can liaise with the representative. So I think previous badges. So I think I can be considered as really fortunate because I closely work with the SEMBA as a coordinator for I think more than 8-10 years. So I really enjoyed at that particular time also with the students. Very closely we work. We had many nice memories. We organized many CSR activities with the students. I can remember great memories. So there are many good class representatives. Still they are friends. Every day they call me. Likewise, you need to have good team spirit within the WhatsApp group. That also really important for your life, right? So then we come to this demand. As I clearly mentioned, most of the people they ask, why in Sri Lanka we don't have Disneyland? Because Sri Lankan people, we don't have purchasing power. You should have money. $100, $200, say $20, $40 to get the entrance. So $40 in Sri Lankan rupees might be 400 into 40, 16,000. So purchasing power is really important for marketers. If you don't have demand, then there is no need for marketing. That's why this slide mentioned wants plus buying power equal to demand. Wants plus buying power equal to demand. So the demand is really important. Demand is really important. So purchasing power should be there. So marketers always concerned about that. Then what is this product and what is service? So product means there are many things comes under product. Person, destination, marketing, places, organizations, information, ideas, your consultancy work. So now services marketing, we consider it as really important. Now I as a lecturer offer you a service, the lecturing service. You can't touch me, you can't feel me, you can't separate my service. Intangibility, perishability, all the factors we use to distinguish product with services. Services we define as the activity or benefit offered for a sale that is essentially intangible and does not result in ownership. So to market service is very difficult because you can't see that, you can't feel that. So you can't touch the service. Because of that, we need to have different strategies to market service, right? So in future, we will discuss about something called marketing mix, called product, price, place, and promotion, or we consider it as 4 P's in marketing. But with that, we have additional 3 P's called extended marketing mix, called process, people, and physical evidence. Process, people, and physical evidence for mainly services marketing, right? But for products also, we can use extended marketing mix. So products we can see, services you can't see. But in the subject of marketing, we take all these two into consideration. So then what is this satisfaction? So we are talking about something called organization versus customer. So these things we discuss, organization versus customer, right? So I will tell you one example, right? As a customer, I am expecting 8. Organization going to give me, I am expecting 8. Organization also going to give 8. Then you can see satisfied customer. My expectation is 8. Organization performance also 8. You can see satisfied customer. Both equal. But sometimes I'm expecting 8. Organization is going to give me 10. A delight customer. So marketers always should delight the customer, exceeding the expectation of the customer. Exceeding the expectation of the customer. You should know how to delight the customer. But sometimes you go to a place where you expect 8, 10. You expect 10. But organization only going to give you 8. Dissatisfied customer. The bad word of mouth communication will tell you a different story for many. That we call as WOM, word of mouth communication. So in value creation, we need to be very concerned about how to delight the customer. So in that scenario, and by looking at the different context, there are many philosophies we need to take into consideration in marketing. Production concept, product concept, selling concept, marketing concept, and societal marketing concept. What is this production concept? In the production concept, like you know, the Ford company, Henry Ford, in 19th century, first part of 19th century, he mentioned, as long as the color is black, we can sell the product. There is no need for customer orientation. We feel like if you have the availability is there, if the product is available, price is low, whatever the product we can sell. That we call as production concept. Concern about the price and availability. There is no customer orientation in the production concept. The Ford, that quotation we consider it as another good example. At the moment also we can see some organizations, they are involved in this production concept without thinking about customer. Just think like this is producer's orientation, not customer orientation. You just think like මොනාරි දේනවනම් අපි ගා price එක අඩු නම් මිල අඩු නම් available නම් customer ඇවිල්ලා ගනී කියලා අපි හිතනවා. We start to think like if price is low, if product is available, customer may come and get the product. So that is production. Then what is product concept? What is this product concept? Product concept also start to think like if the product is in good quality and performance is good, then customer will just go and buy the product. So next era, production era, then product era. They are very concerned about performance and quality. So you like to do some quality improvements for the product. You like to do performance improvement. But unfortunately, you are not looking for the customer. No customer orientation. That is product concept. Then you come to the third one, the selling concept. Selling concept, the producers start to think, whatever the thing we are going to produce, we can induce the customer, they will buy the product. We induce customer through promotion, advertising and all. So, so we think like whatever the product we can just sell without looking at the customer through selling concept. Because we can induce product with promotion. I think in Sri Lanka, most of the companies, they apply selling concept. Unfortunately. They are not very much customer oriented. They are all just merely applying whatever the products they take. They have good promotion campaign and all. But there is a problem with the nutrition value. There is no any consumer societies in Sri Lanka. If I have a complaint, then there is nobody where we have some authorities like consumer protection law. I consider these laws are like toothless tigers. We have few consumer societies in Sri Lanka, but I don't think that will serve the purpose. So we need some consumer societies. I think I have written an article many years back for Daily FT for this something called Need for a Consumer Society for Sri Lanka. Need for a Consumer Society for Sri Lanka. So I will share that article with you. Unfortunately, I don't know whether I can get that article. Just give me 1 minute. Consumer Society for Sri Lanka. Just give me 1 minute. So where I actually discuss about one of the very classic and very good example on Penang Consumer Society in Malaysia. So they are very good consumer society where I argued in that particular article. So it's really important for Sri Lanka to study and have a kind of a consumer society that is really important for you, for the country, because there are many complaints. You promise something, but you are not going to offer that for the customer, right? That is one of the problem. We do have many bad experiences, but unfortunately you can't make any complaint because then the legal system in Sri Lanka is very cumbersome. But that Penang Consumer Society, where like they have a very good authority, very good system and very good organization, that I considered as one of the really important for the country to benchmark, right? So I will share this article with you. So this is the article where we have published in 2012, February 2nd, 11 years back. For this country, I think we have published in Sinhala and Tamil, Sinhala and English, not Sinhala and Tamil, Sinhala and English, more than 200 articles for the newspapers, more than 75 articles. We suggest certain things for the country. මේ වගේම තමයි pathetic example 2012 ලියපු එකක් මේක. කිසිම දෙයක් වෙන්නේ නැහැ මේ රටේ this country, you can't expect anything. We write certain things, we suggest many things. So this is one of the article where I have done. I think I will share this with you, this link and all. I will share this with you, this particular article. So you can read this for your additional readings and all. So whatever the subjects, not only this marketing, try to read some additional things to enhance your knowledge, right? Then it will, right? So that is really important. So I will share the link with you, right?
So the Dabbawala company?
Sorry?
Dabbawala company in India?
They also doing some sort of activities. They also having this sort of a consumer society. Suresh? Yes, Suresh, you can just let me know about that. So I think I already shared this article with you in the chat box. Straight away, you can copy paste into the WhatsApp group and share with your friends. Learning organization, that is really important. Then we go to our discussion. We had a elaboration on the selling concept. Selling concept is all about we start to think like no need to think about customer. If you can push the product through marketing, not through marketing, through promotion, then they will come and buy. It's like a kind of a way we bluff the customer, only the promotion. Technically, production, product, and selling concept. All these three concepts are producer-oriented concepts. Producer-oriented concepts. But the marketing and the societal marketing concepts are customer-oriented concepts. What is marketing concept? Marketing concepts start with customer, proceed with customer, and going to end up with customer. So we consider customer orientation is really important in marketing. So we do research to identify their needs and wants. We do research to satisfy their needs and wants. Even though they're satisfied, we do research to enhance their whatever the value creation. That is marketing concept. Then what is the societal marketing concept? While satisfying customers, we need to do something to the society. Enhancement for the society. Align with this. We are talking about United Nations Sustainable Development Goals. Societal marketing concept where we are talking about. You go to Cargill's, the recycling bag. While satisfying customer, you need to do something. So these marketing philosophies are evolving. Production, product, selling, marketing, and societal marketing. So all the concepts are really important. So after marketing philosophies, we are talking about the demand management and demarketing. What is demand management and what is demarketing? Demand management is obvious, finding and increasing demand. Where we sometimes change or reduce the demand also. That is in demarketing. The entire demand management is a broader concept. Either we can increase the demand or we can decrease the demand. Then you need to ask me a question, sir. What is this demarketing? Why we temporarily or permanently reducing the number of customers shifting their demand? What is that? What is this demarketing? What are the products where we need to do demarketing? Any examples? What are the examples? Temporarily or permanently reducing the number of customers shifting their demand.
I'm into paint industry. In paint industry, we need to move to new technology. Like say, normally NC paints from NC paints to 2K paints.
Yes, Sampath. Yeah.
If that,
What is the company you are working at, Sampath?
I am working in Coastal Paints.
All right, great, good. So there are certain people, I think, Sampath, they are using this like generic paints. Am I correct?
Yeah.
So we need to advise people. Yeah, we need to advise people. Don't use that. It's not good for your whatever the construction.
Yes.
Yeah, temporary or permanently reducing the demand. Yes, what you mentioned. Also, we can take into consideration. One of the good example is smoking. Now, smoking. So we have to demotivate people for smoking. Am I correct, Sampath?
Yes.
That is one of the good example for demarketing. HIV prevention campaign by health sector. So then some products related for obesity, we have to temporarily or permanently reduce the demand. So that is demarketing. So we have to take these two concepts into consideration. That is really important. Then we come to one of the very important concept called customer perceived value. What is the difference between all the benefits and all the cost of marketing? So the difference is how you create the value. Cost is not only the price, the opportunity cost, the time value, psychological cost, everything comes into effect. And you need to have more benefit than the cost. So that's why you should have more marketing, more value creation, more benefits, more research and development to have more perceived value. With this perceived value, as I mentioned, we discussed about something called value co-creation with open innovation. That part also we need to discuss. Then the holistically we have to think about this subject of marketing. Some people say marketing is all about external marketing. No. We have to be very concerned about internal marketing also. There is one diagram I will explain. Marketing triangle. Here you have customer. Here you have employees. Then you have company. The relationship between customer and company we call as external marketing. Most of the time we can see only external marketing. Company promote everything. But unfortunately, employees in the organization, they don't know what are the products promoted by the company. That we call as internal marketing. Whatever things you are going to promote, first you have to tell to your employees. As Richard Branson explained, first you have to satisfy your employees. That is internal marketing. If you have good internal marketing, then you have good interactive marketing. What is interactive marketing? The relationship between customer and employees. That is interactive marketing. Customer and company, external marketing. Company and employees, internal marketing. Employee and the customer, interactive marketing. You need to promote, you have to motivate to employees. So that is something aligned with marketing triangle. So not only external marketing, you need to be very concerned about internal marketing, relationship marketing, long-term relationship, long-term mutually beneficial relationship with the customer. All the marketing activities should be integrated, and we have to be very concerned about how we can align with the performance marketing. Everything comes into effect. The relationship marketing, mutually satisfied long-term relationship with the customer. Customer attraction is not enough. We should know how to retain the customer, right? Acquisition drivers and the retention drivers, that is really important for the services marketing. Lifetime value of the customer. Integrated marketing. All the activities should fully assemble for the integrated marketing program. So 4 P's and all you will discuss under marketing mix. So internal marketing, everyone in the organization embraces appropriate marketing principles. So everyone, not only the people who are in the marketing department, even people who are in the production HRM also, they should think customer. One good example, I will tell you, your organization, the customer coming for the interview, waiting for the organization for 7 hours without having any single tea. If customer fail, he will tell, not the customer, that prospective employee coming for the interview, failed the interview, he will tell the bad story for 100 people. Please serve a tea. Right? That also comes as internal marketing. HRM people, sometimes they don't know, they think like marketing, customer orientation only should be done by the marketing department. I think I work for industry for more than 7 years. In the sales, I do have, like some problems with the finance people. We bring sales, but finance people don't like to, approve certain things. They think like they are the one doing everything in the world. But, you need to identify and respect each other. That also comes as internal marketing. Then success factors. Whatever the organization, Marketing department, HRM department, finance department, operation department, all should focus on customer orientation. Then you need to do, you have to be very concerned about competitive activities. That we call as competitive orientation. And also we should be very much concerned about focus on customer orientation. Interfunctional orientation, technically, like marketing people should very much like work together with other departments looking for that objective of allocation. They closely should work with the production, finance, HRM, interfunctional orientation should be there. You need to be very concerned about competitive orientation and customer orientation. That's why this customer orientation, competitive orientation, interfunctional coordination we consider as really important for market-oriented company. Market-oriented company. So before we are going for a marketing environment, any questions you have? Any queries, any questions, my dear students? Before we are going for a...
So excuse me.
Yes, Pudha.
It's about this demarketing. Based on which factor, like we can categorize this product as, only based on the health factor. Let's say for a country like Sri Lanka with this situation, basically focusing on the profit, no? So I just want to know, based on which particular factors we choose this product has to be demarket or not.
Yeah, demarketing actually mentioned. So we have to demotivate customer to buy certain things. So like not only the health factor, Buddha. Now I will tell you one good example. In Sri Lanka, there are certain fruits and vegetables being sold in the supermarket, but they have a problem with nutrition value. But there are some very good local products, but the people don't know about the nutrition value. I always propose for supply chain and all, medical doctors should promote Sri Lankan products. Sri Lankan vegetables with good nutrition value, and indirectly should demarket some import products without any quality of ingredients of nutrition value. I hope I answered your question, Pudha.
Yeah, thank you.
Pharmaceutical Rasangi, I think you are Rasangi, neither?
No, I'm Chaturani.
Chaturani, now pharmaceutical business also you can see the same, no, Pudha. Now you have some drugs and all. Now you go to the doctor, you meet the doctor will prescribe you different things. But you don't like to get the second opinion, then you are in trouble. So you have to be very concerned about all the aspects in developing countries, unfortunately, Buddha. So because the demarketing is one of the very important thing for whatever the aspects, but unfortunately it's not happening because in Sri Lanka we don't have that sort of a strong entities. That might be one of the reasons, Buddha. Thank you very much for raising that question. That is really valid.
Thank you.
Yes. Any other questions, Buddha? So shall we take a small break? Is that okay for us to go for only 10 minutes break, my dear students? Only 10 minutes break?
Okay, sir.
Right. Thank you, Lavanya and Shanu. Yes, Buddha.
Yes, I actually need a break.
Buddha?
I actually need a 5 minutes break at least.
No problem, Buddha. Now 7:17 we'll meet up after 10 minutes, right? 7:17, 7.17, right? 7.17, 7:17 we'll meet up, right? Thank you. Okay, my dear students, I think we will start the session after a small break. In our first session, we discussed about the importance of marketing for your life, for the organization, and we define marketing. Then again, we had a kind of elaboration on marketing aligned with basic concepts of marketing like needs, wants, and demand. Then value creation, satisfaction, then how to delight the customer with some examples, and also marketing philosophy. So marketing concepts with different time era, production, product, sales, marketing, and societal marketing. So now we can have a discussion on one of the very important thing on marketing environment. Now, at the moment, marketing environment we consider as really important. One of the good example, people are very concerned about this struggle or the fight between Israel and Palestine, Gaza Strip and all. So we need to be very concerned about that factor. So you cannot control that. You can't control, right? The competition in the business, the way you are going to look at the certain indicators for the business. So you have to be very much sense about the environment. You have good business sensing for the environment. So we, in the environment, in marketing, we always talking about two different environmental factors called internal environment factors and external environment factors, where internal environment factors where you can control and the external environment factors you can't control. Like in management, we discuss about the SWOT analysis, strength, weaknesses coming with the internal environment, opportunities and threats coming with the external environment. Internal strength and weaknesses you can control, but opportunities, threats you can't control. Likewise, in marketing also we have marketing environment. So you need to be very concerned about environmental factors. What are the most influencing factors in the marketing, in the environment? Now, this particular fight between Israel and Palestine, how it affects for Sri Lankan business environment. Now, Sri Lanka last year declared as a bankrupt country. 2019 East attack, 2020, 2021, 2022, again with COVID-19, with all the corruption and inefficiencies. 1.7 government servants are working in Sri Lanka, but Sri Lanka need only 400,000. So in railway corporation, you have 101 trade unions, right? Now trade unions in Sri Lanka, they misuse their power. So likewise, there are many issues in our country. So all comes under different environmental factors. If you are working in a company, your own entity, say you are working in multinational like Unilever, you should know the environmental impact. The maybe international business, international Ukraine and Russia war, maybe going to take into consideration. So likewise, there are many aspects we need to understand. So if you're a marketer, if you're a good marketer, you have good market sensing. Maybe you are very much qualified in marketing in degree, CIM, SLIM and all, but you should have common sense. If you don't have common sense, you are not a good marketer. To become a marketer, you need to read your culture. You should respect your culture. You need to understand the best practices of the culture. You should have common sense. Then 70% of the relationship marketing and marketing embedded to you. To get the remaining 30% only, you should learn marketing. So marketing environment, where we discuss about the actors and forces that affects firm's ability to build and maintain a successful relationship with customers. What are the actors and forces that affect for the organization? Mainly in the environment, we considered a microenvironment, the actors which close to the company, and a macro environment, larger societal forces. So these are the two key ingredients, flavors in environment, the microenvironment and the macro environment. So what is this microenvironment? The intermediaries, so there are many aspects in microenvironment. So one aspect is intermediaries. That is one particular factor we need to consider. You have producer, then you have customer in between, that wholesaler, retailer, distribution firms, supply chain network, then agents, financial intermediaries, everyone comes under microenvironment. All the intermediaries help to sell, promote and distribute goods. Reseller, physical distribution firms, marketing services agencies like advertising agencies, financial intermediaries and all. That is microenvironment, right? So all the intermediaries, right? It should be embedded for many aspects for the business, right? Then even my dear students comes under the microenvironment. So not only the intermediaries, we should be very concerned about some other factors. What are the factors which comes into consideration other than the intermediaries? Yes, my dear friends, my dear students, what are the factors which comes under consideration under micro environment in marketing?
Customers and competitors.
Very good, Buddha. Customers, competitors, suppliers, stakeholder at large. So everything matters a lot. Any other things comes under microenvironment. So here we mention about the intermediaries only, but there are many other factors. Why customers we considered as microenvironment factor? Any specific reason?
Because like our sales and our production will depend on the customers.
Exactly.
Their orientation.
Yeah, that is really important. So we consider customer as the king for the organization. So we use the Pareto model. Now corporate customer, even though they are very little, they are contributing 80% of the income of the organization. That's why in banking, insurance and leasing companies, we need to have more regard for the corporate customers, right? So we need to take everything into consideration. So microenvironment. Any other factors for microenvironment?
Competitors?
Competitors, yes. Competitors.
Community, trade unions.
Trade unions. I discussed about railway trade union. So you should know how to handle them. Am I correct? What is the best practice? Dictatorship or democracy for Sri Lanka? To handle the trade union? Yes, my dear students. What is the best?
It is not the democracy. It is very difficult for us to behave. Yeah,
Exactly.
democracy also, there are two factors. So when it comes to the total democracy, we won't be able to handle them. But
exactly.
Partially only we should handle them according.
Yes. So in the microenvironment, not only that, trade unions, customers, competitors, suppliers, a general public. Now here I mentioned marketing intermediaries. Then the company itself also important. The company policy, then company strategies, objectives, that also part and parcel of microenvironment.
What about the peer groups, sir?
Peer groups also we have to take into consideration.
Thank you.
So mainly in the microenvironment, we need to discuss about the company itself, customers, suppliers, intermediaries, general public, all comes under microenvironment factors. I think this slide I mentioned only one factor called intermediaries, but these competitors, then customers, general public, company itself, suppliers, we need to take into consideration. There are many dimensions comes under microenvironment. So all dimensions we can control. Right? I am not telling like competition and all you can't control. We can adjust certain things. Comes under the microenvironment. Then what is this macroenvironment? The companies provide better customer value than the competition in the macroenvironment. Size and the industry position. So if you are a big player, yes, you have some bargaining power. Even you can lobby with the government. If you are a small player only, the problem will come. In the macro environment and micro environment, I think I mentioned about the micro environment factors. The company, suppliers, market intermediaries, customers, competitors, and public are the actors in the micro environment. Then you come to the macro environment, you can see the demographic forces. What is demographic forces? Now, years account by People's Bank, Young Executive Savings Account. Young Executive Savings Account. It means technically they are looking for what? The occupation, the income level, and the age. Demographic variables. Now we are talking about, I belong to Generation X. Most of you belong to Generation Y. Is it? There may be certain students coming with Generation Alpha. What is Generation Alpha? The people who born after 20. What is the year? Yes, my dear students. Now, Generation
2000.
X belongs
2000.
to people who born 1970s. Generation Y, 1980s. Generation Z, millennials. Generation Y, Z and all. What about Generation Alpha?
After 2000.
Yes. What is the difference? Their consumption pattern, lifestyle and all. So we have to be very concerned about these demographic factors, different generations. I think I have written one article on why this Colaveri and Generation Y. If you get any time, it's already published in Daily FT. I think why this Colaveri zone was very famous 10 years back in India. In India, that zone considered as the success story in viral marketing, even in the world. They have changed the world in viral marketing by this zone. They use Tanglish. So I have written that particular piece of work in Daily FT. You can go through. So there is demographic variables. Then the economic forces, the economic factor, inflation. Now these days we are talking about last year. So it was around 67, 68%. Now it came for one single digit, but the consumer price index, Colombo Consumer Price Index, even though it's say around 4 to 5%, there's a problem with the baskets. We are talking in Sri Lankan consumer pricing. So the basket they take in Colombo Consumer Price Index, looking for different geographical location. I don't think it will reflect for the entire country with the prices and all. Not only the inflation, the employment rate, the currency, the macroeconomic factors like all the physical and other policies by the government, monetary policy, physical policy by the government, everything comes under the economic forces, right? Distribution of income, the Gini coefficient, income inequality, even distribution of income among regions in the country. So that is economic forces where you can't control, but you should adjust your strategies accordingly. Then the environment, natural forces. So you need to have environmental friendly products. So that's why in marketing we discuss about something called green marketing. We should be very concerned about green. 60 to 70% of the foreign customers, foreign tourists come to different countries by looking at the environmental concern. I think today daily, the Sunday Times newspaper, they, in the 4th page, they mention about one of the very good article on the study done by Colombo University. On Colombo University, now they are one department on tourism and sustainable headed by Professor Suranga Silla. One interview and one particular research done by them about how the tourist concerned about green factor, the natural forces, the environmental protection. I mentioned about these sustainable development goals also align with these natural forces. Then technological factors. අවුරුදු 3කට කලින් මේ Zoom කියලා එකක් අපි දන්නේ නැහැ. Because of COVID only we came to know about Zoom. Technology, fast moving. 30-40 years back we used something called diskettes. 1.44 megabyte. Now no market for diskettes. Those days we use CDs, DVDs and all. Technology is evolving, changing. So you need to understand in the business the change of the technology for your business transaction. Those days we only talk about physical location in the market. Now we are talking about e-commerce and all, drop shipping and everything, right? Different businesses, technology. Then political factors. I think all human beings we considered as political animals, as Socrates, no, or Aristotle. All are political animals. We need to be very concerned about political environment. If you are doing business, you need to understand current political situation of the country. Last year we suffered a lot. I think you can remember 3-4 days for petrol queues, gas polling, අර පොලි මේ පොලි මේ ඔක්කොම political forces එක තමයි සම්බන්ධ. In the business you should very concerned about political environment and cultural forces. We have culture and subculture. Culture, shared values by people. Different social entities, they have their own culture. Some subcultures. So same product you are going to promote in Colombo, you can't do the same promotion campaign maybe in Matara. Because of the language, different linguistic strategies they are going to use. You have to make slight changes. Or else you go to Jaffna, you have to use Tamil. So then again, different religion you need to take into consideration. Cultural forces, subcultures. So macro environmental forces also we considered as really important. Demography, economic, natural, technology, political and cultural forces. I think all the forces I have discussed with these generations, right? The baby boomers, our parents, Generation X, us, I born in 1975, Generation Y. Nowadays you are Generation Z, Alpha and all, you can go through that. Generation Y, 1980 to 1994. Generation Z, 1994 to 2009. Generation Alpha, it should be 2010 on, right? 2010 onwards. 2010 onwards. Generation Alpha, right? You have to read about these different generations, different behavior. Why this Colaveri zone? I have written that article. I say, those days we use writing many letters. Now they use Stanglish, Singlish and all. Visual anthropology. Nowadays, people are talking about that, right? So you need to be very concerned about all the macro environment factors. So I explain everything, trends, the political environment and all. Now, as a group, you should do, I think, responding to the market environment, you should be, either you can be proactive or proactive. You should be very proactive. You have to use lobbyists to influence government people, public relation, editorial and all. So now, as a group, you need to do a small exercise. The question, as a marketing director for newly established bank, newly established bank, you need to explain what is market environment. Second question is really important. Effect of market environment for business and most influential variables in Sri Lankan context. First question straightforward, you can say micro environment and macro environment. But second question, for the bank categorically, you have to say micro environment, what are the most influential factors, and macro environment, what are the most influential factors. So you can do this as a small group work. So I will have a breakout session, right? Just give me 1 minute. So then we will have a breakout session. Because if it is individual work, I don't think we can complete. It will take more time. So we can have a like half an hour small discussion. So I will copy paste this to the chat box, then easy for you to go through. Just give me 1 minute.
Sir, excuse me, can I ask one question?
Yes, Sudha, please.
The thing is now when it's come to the macro environment, we consider one factor as, this legislative, I mean, the making rules and regulations.
Yes,
Is it
Sudha.
coming under political forces?
Yeah, we can have that in the separate thing, Pudha, because most of the time, the legal rules and regulations, legal environment also we discuss under macro environment factor, Pudha. Yeah, you can't like take that under political environment. It should be discussed isolatedly, Pudha, right? That is really important concept. So specifically in management comes under the business environment. We discuss about that.
Yes, that's true. Thank you.
Thank you, Buddha. So I will copy paste this question into the chat box for everybody. I think now you can see the question, 2 questions. So now you have to think you are a director for newly established bank. First question, straightforward. First question is not that much important, but second question, take micro environment and macro environment. With micro environment, what are the most influential factors? And with macro environment, what are the most influential factors? So I will give you, say now time is almost 7:45. Say give you 45 minutes for you to have a discussion. We can now just average six groups, 6 breakout rooms. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hayak tiba medini hayawarak kaya, yes. Tisain, ikakat hayadina. Or even we can have 5 neither. Yeah, we can have 5 breakout rooms. Ready. So we'll go for 6, Buddha. 6 breakout rooms. Right. Now I open the rooms. You can join to the breakout rooms. By 8:30 we will have a discussion. So you can have a discussion within your friends. Room number 1, 2, 3, 4 already open. You can join to the rooms. Thank you.
Excuse me, sir. Excuse me, sir. Can you share that link again?
Abuda?
Can you share that link again?
You can't see that, Buddha?
No. First I went and I came out.
Are you referring on the question?
No, sir. That join me. No, the room.
What is your name, Buddha?
Tilly.
Tilly, you belong to room number 2.
Sir, is for that we have to go to the link, no?
No, not to the link. I think directly from your particular thing, you can like go to the say like now you are in the Zoom, no? From Zoom, directly you can join Buddha. Tilly. There is one icon.
Yes, sir.
Straight away you can join. Room number 2.
It's not there, sir. Previously it came and now it's not there, sir.
Just 1 minute.
Because I leave it, no one was there and I couldn't hear you.
No. Then I will put you to room now, different room. Then we'll see how it goes. Just give me 1 minute. Move to room number 1. So now see whether you can see room number 1.
Yes, sir, it's visible. Yes.
Now you can join to room number 1, right?
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay, Buddha. No problem. Group 6 there. Right, okay. Group 6. Group 6, there is no any student, no?
All of us are presented in this main Zoom meeting.
Buddha? What was the problem, Tirli?
Group 6.
Group 6, it's like, say like not join. Asanka, आपको मेतनी non मुझे. मुझे करना है नहीं.
Sir, at what time were we supposed to join back the group?
No, Buddha, now I think I had a problem with the power cut, Buddha, because I joined through a different computer altogether. So that might be the reason. Other rooms, I think they are in the room. Room number 1, 2, 3.
So then we will join to our room, no?
Yeah, please join to the room. Then within 5 minutes time, I think what is the preparation? I've already done the Sanka, work and all.
Yes, sir. That's why
Yes.
we thought.
No need. Within 3 minutes time, we will close other rooms and they will come again. Then we can have the discussion, right?
Okay, sure, sir.
You don't have any problem of that. So we will close within 2 to 3 minutes time. We will close other rooms, right?
Okay, sir.
Okay, Buddha. Thank you. Okay, my dear students, I think we can start the discussion. Unfortunately, I also too had one power cut. Because of that, I need to use the different computer altogether. So now I am working with that particular computer also with this particular. Unfortunately, like the convert media recording also I am working with. I don't know whether I can do that. So we'll see how it goes, because 77% it's already completed. Because once the power cut comes with the Zoom, then the problem will comes, right? But you are very fortunate because you already participated in human now. So the student could not participate properly, only they will have this specific problem. Now, this particular question I asked about the banking sector in Sri Lanka, a newly established bank, the environment factors. So we'll start with group number 6 straight away, because group number 6, I think they were there, keep remaining. So you can share if you have any PowerPoint, you can share. Group number 6, you can start the presentation, Kuta. Where you have Asanka, Ashan, Dimutu, Fatima, Ishara, and Ravindra.
Sir, we actually don't have a presentation.
No problem
Is
at all, Buddha. No worries. You can just make the
Alright, sir.
presentation, Fatima.
Sir, could you give me 2 minutes?
No problem. Shall I ask group number 1 to start?
Sure, sir.
Okay, Fatima. Thank you. Group number 1, you can start, Buddha. I think group number 1, we have Chatura, Nadesha, Katiban, and Sampath. Sampath Indura. Indurua. Group number 1.
Yeah, Mr. Chatura will present our.
Okay. Okay, Sampath. Thank you. Chatura can start the presentation.
Actually, sir, we have not made the present PowerPoint, but I think we have listed out the points.
No need.
And we
No need. You just mention what main points. That's okay.
Sir, we identify that policy rates are increasing, that impact to that marketing manager. That's one main reason. And
so it comes under economic factors.
Yeah, is that
so you can say then the economic factor is another reason. I think we had main factors now. Whatever the things you can take into that particular basket, right?
Yeah, that one is economic factor, and other one is change that internet banking and that apps are changed. That going macro. No,
that is technology factor.
Yeah, that technology environment. And other one is that savings habits are going down. That's also that going to economic environment change, that macro environment, and policy taxes are increasing. That's also going the macro environment forces under economic environment. So that's why we are identify that factors. And other one is suppliers, that imported vehicles are not now going sales. That's one of the supply changing that we are identifying that micro environment suppliers. Our groups are identifying that points.
Right. So what are the main factors? Then ultimately you take every factor. What are the main specifically influencing factors, Kuda?
we identify that macro is the macro environment is a very impact for that banking side marketing manager.
Right. And the macro environment, what are the most influential factors?
Sir?
And the macro environment, what are the most influential factors, Putha?
Influential factors.
You mentioned technology, economy and all.
Economic and technology environment.
Right. Okay. Thank you very much for that group. Then group number 2.
Excuse me, sir. I was in the group, the same group, and
yes, Putha,
I had
yes,
a power
please.
cut, and I had to leave that room. That's why I told you after I
Yeah,
come.
you
And
also had the same
now
problem.
I'm coming
Power cut,
from the
Putha.
mobile. I'm coming from the mobile phone now.
Right. Okay, Putha.
The
Yes.
technological aspects are the telephone, electricity, water bills, credit card, insurance. So the TV, pay TV, education, online education. So all the things we can pay from the online banking transactions, and school and the rate school. So school payments also we can do it in the digital banking. So I just add up some points to them.
Good. Good, Putha. Very good.
Okay, so
So that part also you can take into consideration. Thank you very much. Group number 2. Group number 2, please.
Hi, here Lavanya. Actually,
Yes,
we had
Lavanya.
a good good discussion with my group, my team members.
So is this the first group discussion you had for the program?
Yes, because today's our first class now.
Exactly. So it's a historical thing, no? I'm generally asking the question from all the students. So shall we have a physical lecture? Not this month, maybe end of next month?
Sure.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, we'll arrange. My final session, I think I will talk to Asanka and arrange the physical lecture. Then I think we will get the sense of feeling. Human touch, that is really very important for relationship marketing. Yes, Lavanga, you can proceed.
Only one request, sir. Like end of the month means, please, like it's better if we can avoid the last week of the month. Like,
Sampath, you are working in the bank?
No, because in manufacturing industry also last week of the month is basically the end of month. No?
Yeah, Sampath, just
So-
let me know what is the final date of the lecture in the marketing subject. The final
Okay.
lecture day.
Yeah, wait, I'll check.
By the way, Lavanga, you can proceed.
So we took discussion and we analyzed in two environment, as you said, micro and macro. So under micro, we discussed about customers and competitors with the well-established banks such as government banks and also the private banks. And also we discussed about the superior services provided by the government and private banks. And also the bank policies and strategies to attract the customers to invest. It is basically, we also discussed in the macro level and also micro level. So I can come later on the demographic level later. Then we discussed about the structure of bank, how their personalized services is help to general public and also service providers. It's kind of outsourced services, kind of IT service providers or securities, how they are handling physical cash handling, something like that. And also the partnership with Visa cards. And also we discussed about stakeholders under the micro environmental level. Under the macro environmental level, we have discussed about the economic condition. Under that, we have discussed about interest rates and especially interest rates. And under the demographic factor, we have discussed about the customer group, like how the bank can target different groups of customers, like youth or children or adults, maybe women, something like that. And also we discussed about the technological advancement. It's related to digital banking, and also the cultural and social factors. So, and also the political stability. So Anne was there in our group, so she also gave some inputs how the political factors affect in Ghana, and I hope my team members in here, so they can adapt if I missed anything.
Thank you. Lavanya, any other like insight from the team members? I think Lavanya, you really enjoyed with the online discussion with the group members. Then by December, we are going to have the particular lecture on the 10th December. Thank you, Sampath, for let me inform in the particular date. So 10th,
Yeah,
we can
so
have
it's
physical presentation. Okay.
10th December. Marketing final lecture is on 10th December.
Okay, Buddha. Thank you. 10th December, we can have physical session. Right? The people who are in abroad, so we will take that into consideration. Don't worry about that. So yeah. So I think this is really interesting, and also what everybody need to understand. This subject might be new for few students. Maybe quite a lot of students, you would learn the subject of marketing as a very good, very new subject. So don't worry about that, Pudha, because we are here to like guide you and help you for this subject. If it is a case of a new subject for you, so I think I have this book called Marketing Singaling. This is a single medium one. I think I will share the PDF document with you. So you can freely download that, Pudha. If the students feel like it's a very new subject, මේක සිංහලෙන් ඔක්කොම ටික simply explain කරලා තියෙනවා මගේ පොතේ. මම ඔයාලට ඒක මේ share කරන්නම් ඒ පොතේ link එකක්. So you can download and go through. So because I think everybody you should know how to like market yourself and how you can learn the
yeah,
subject of market.
yeah, excuse me, sir. Yeah, I'm also coming from the non-finance and non-accounting subjects because my background is agriculture. Therefore,
you know.
I think those will be very important.
Thank you very much, Pudha. Thanks for motivating, because we don't get this sort of encouragement from the universities. Universities, they are very concerned about journal publications and all. I am a chief editor of Sri Lanka Journal of Management Studies, and I have more than 100 journal articles, conference papers and journal articles. But for the general public, for the people like you, if you do some good contribution for Sinhala and Tamil medium, we don't get the appreciation. That is the nature of this country. Am I correct?
Yeah, that's
Yes,
true.
That is the unfortunate
actually, sir,
situation.
yeah, because I'm working attached to the Department of Export Agriculture. At the moment, since we have the economic crisis, now we are promoting SME sector for the export.
Very good.
Because at the moment, the most of the in the spice, my subject is about the spices. All of the spices, the exporters coming from the large scale. When we are going for the SMEs, now we are doing some series of lectures for the motivating the people, new exporters, to make new exporters in especially SME. At that time, we are delivering some marketing lectures also from some expertise with the marketing. Then if I get a chance, I think we can invite for you also to do some Zoom session or some anything, some
Yeah,
physical
you know
sessions also.
that is the thing we have for entrepreneurship and all. I think I will share this with you. Unfortunately I could not get you here. You can see. You just type marketing Sinhala and then through ResearchGate you will get the link. Right? You can download the full test also. So, I think I can share the entire document, I guess. Yeah, I will share the entire document. Just give me 1 minute. Because we are very much liable for the free education. In Sri Lanka, we need to repay whatever things we gain from free education. So I am very much concerned about this, like sort of a thing. But this is the problem I have. I could not access to this. Just give me 1 minute. So I think I will share this with you. The link I will share, then easily you can get that downloaded. I think that is the best thing. The PDF, I don't think I can share. Only the link I will share, you can get the download, right? What you can do, you simply copy paste the link into the browser. If someone can get that downloaded and share within your group, right? Is that okay for everybody?
Yes, sir, that's fine.
Please
That's
do
fine.
that. Please do that, Puta. And also, I have my YouTube video, 23 YouTube videos in very simple way. So for the layman's and all, you can share that also. That is like very simple way. I have explained all these like concepts. Right? That video called as marketing in Sinhala. So you can share with your friends all the videos and everything. So then you will get a kind of a general idea about this subject, right? So I will share that also with you, that the link to the YouTube one. So you can now for everyone, I think in the chat box I already shared the link to my YouTube video series and all these PDF documents in Sinhala medium. I think within 1 month's time we are working with the Tamil medium for entrepreneurs and all that. Also I will invite our students for that book launch also. If it is available in Colombo, if it is in Jaffna, we have a plan. Maybe in Colombo or Jaffna is still not decided. So thank you very much for students. So don't worry this subject. If you feel like this is very new, if you feel like you want to learn something, I will give my number, mobile number. So this is my mobile number 30286990, or else you can email me. මොන ඕන දෙයක් තියෙනවා මට කතා කරන්න ඔයගොල්ලන් ඕනම ප්‍රශ්නයක් මොන හරි තියෙනවා නම් whatever the problems, anything, you can talk to me, you can email me, you can contact me. That is really important because I have already served as a coordinator for the SEMBA for many years. I know student grievances. I personally like to know, because I work for the industry. I know the problems, all these issues and all. I do understand certain technical problems, right? Okay, we'll go to group number 3, right? Yes, my dear students. So group number 3, you can start presentation. Where in group number 3, you have Adhikari, Aisha, and Anthony with Suresh Kumar. Into the Katya. Adhikari Ayesha Jayantini Suresh Kumar.
Hello, sir.
Yes, Buddha.
So we actually we discussed a very few.
No problem.
We identified economic factors like inflation, interest rates, also like consumer income that affect the banks, maybe profitability, and also like lending practices.
Very good.
And also, when it comes to legislations or rules and stuff, so it's like
rules and regulations and all.
Yes, laws and guidelines like they're related to finance and advertising.
Exactly.
They can impact the ways.
Yeah, local government rule, provincial council rules, then some acts like Environmental Protection Acts and all, enactment by the parliament, everything matters, Lord Buddha. Yes, that's good. That's good.
Yes, and also when it comes to the technological factor, we can consider like digital banking and mobile apps, and also because it's a growing trend.
Very good.
As a bank,
So what is the place you are working at, Aisha?
So I'm working in an NGO. It's One Text Initiative.
Okay, Buddha, very good. Good. You can proceed.
So since it's a growing trend, so as a bank, we need to keep up. We need to keep up with these advancements to stay competitive in the industry. And also, when it comes to political factors, it's like the government policies and the decisions that whenever, like how it changes according to the current government, and the even this is kind of part of like implementing laws, and also like we identified it's maybe a partial political factor.
Yes.
Kind of.
Yeah, that also like political, socio, environmental, technological impact. All are interrelated. What you mention is correct, Buddha. Yes.
Yes. And yes, likewise.
Okay, thank you very much. So good one. I think everybody in the class, we need to understand. So geopolitical, like Sri Lanka also situated in a geopolitical like area now. Our destination, our country, the location and all. So yeah, then more impact. All are interrelated. Political into technology into environment into everything are like interrelated. Thank you very much for that group. Then we come to the group number 4. You have many students. Susanna, Susanya, Daniel, then Rushandi, Randika, Prabha, Timali, Chelaka, and Shanu. Yes, Buddha. Group number 4.
Yeah.
Yes, Randika. Randika, yes, Shanu.
Shanu, I think Shanu will do it, sir.
No problem, Randika. No problem.
Chalaka. Oh.
Yeah. Thank you very much for the invitation, Randika. And I have to tell one thing, sir. Mr. Chalaka and Randika and also Susanna and all the group members gave me a superb support on this.
Shanu, so by looking at all the group members, by looking at all the like team and all, so I think you might be the best person to appoint as the class monitor.
Ayo, don't sir.
Yes.
If you like, so it doesn't matter.
Yes, but I think what about the other members in the class? Is that okay?
Okay, sir.
Yeah, so then
Okay, sir.
Thank you very much for everybody, because so then we need to have one person with the leadership Inspiration, motivation, how you are intellectually stimulate others. Now we can see that. No, yes, you can proceed, Puta. Shano.
Okay, thank you so much for
No
given for the given opportunity. When we were considering about this micro and macro, so in the micro environment, we just considered about the customer base and the orientation. And again, I'll go one by one and then explain. Then the competitors techniques and their services. I mean, how we are going to fight with them in their aspects, and the product diversification, because when we are considering, I don't know, it just came out like we consider like when we were going with the product diversification, I mean, in Sri Lanka, we have a lot of accounts like for the like women and 14 plus, 18 plus like that. So we just got a point that we don't have a separate account base for the men. So we thought of giving one opportunity for the men, and then the service orientation and launching the geography. I mean, how the customer can reach. So what is the aspect that customer can reach easily to our branches, and then the employees base and their effectiveness and efficiency, and also then our branding and advertising, and how to do advertising and the branding through CSR, and then the market share of the competitors, also the company and the peer group of the company. I mean, the IT sector, how are we going to get their get their support for the marketing department from the IT department, finance department, HR department and all. And we thought of like giving the leasing facilities. So that is from the suppliers aspect. They are fine. They are end. Okay. Then when it's considering the macro, then the government rules and regulations. I mean, there are circulars and the policies, as well as their annual government budget. And then the demographic, we thought of age and the religion, and again, they are like cultural factors according to their religious matters and their cultural aspects. And when it's come to the technological factors, we considered about the digital marketing as well as online marketing. And when it's come to the economic matters, the market rates and the interest rates, also the inflation, economic inflation about the country. And when it's come to the cultural, investment and the savings. Apart from that, we thought of like when it comes to the urban areas, people more into investments rather savings. But when considering the rural areas, they are more into savings rather than investments. Maybe they don't have some opportunities of investment. And when it comes to the macro, again, the natural part. So like we considered about the that seasons, about the agricultural seasons called Kanna. So then we would be able to provide some loans for the people, those who are doing I mean, when they are seeding and all, then when they get the harvest, they can pay back the loan. And when it's come to the social aspects also, we were considering about their culture and their social background. And also then annual government budget, apart from the government regulations. And is there anything more, Chalaka or Andika?
I think you have explained very good, because like most of the factors been taken into consideration. I really like the way you have done the explanation, Putta. Any other ideas?
Chalaka, are there anything that I missed?
Yes, actually, can we take the branch network and our human resources as a micro factor?
No problem, because as comes under micro factor, there is something called the company itself.
Yeah, company
itself means company policies, practices, structure, regional centers, everything matters a lot. Yes, Puta. Good.
And are there anything that I missed? Randika?
Okay, then. I think Ishanu, these are the like factors you have to take into consideration. You have done a very good study, all the group members. So, because good to see like good members align with the whatever the expectation. Well done for that group.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, Puta. Okay, then we go to group number 5. Surani, Deepika, Disna, Shivshankari, and Sampath. Yes,
Yes,
Puta.
sir. I'll speak regarding the micro factors, and Sivashankari will speak on macro factors.
No problem. Thank you.
On micro factors, we identified like we will be servicing country as a whole without any geographical demarcation. So when we are servicing in that scale, we identified different types of services and segments we are offering our services, like mine accounts and elderly people accounts and gold loans likewise. So multiple types of customers and segments we are approaching. And with regards to competitors, since we are like into diverse sector of products, all the commercial banks will be our direct competitors, as well as some special government banks and some special banks like rural banks and all. Apart from that, there will be indirect competition from leasing and finance companies as well, because they will be offering these gold loans and all in current business environment. Also, when we are speaking about employees, we tend to invest a lot in our employees, because like we need to be, this employee is a differentiating factor in our services. So we need to invest, we are planning to invest more on this one, and to provide the customer, like to provide customer delightfulness, like not just a customer service. And of course, in intermediaries, we are planning to join hands with some organizations like leading telecom providers and these retail chains, like and offer special discounts, like say when they are using our services, like our credit card services, we will be providing special discounts. So using that using that to leverage our products to the market.
Yeah. So that comes under that particular environment. Then
Yes, sir.
thank you very much, Sampath. Good, very good.
And
Shivashankari, yes.
yes, sir. I'm talking about the macro environment, which we all discuss about the pestle environment. And first of all, we think about the political. And recently, everyone knows about the political environment to influence the bank. For example, the CBL rates. They have recently revised the statutory reserve ratio, lending rates, and minimum deposit rates, and those kind of decisions directly impact to the bank. And for example, like IMF intervention before the IMF and after the IMF, how the banks influence directly. The second one, economic environment. Recently, the Sri Lanka, like last year, Sri Lanka really decided as the bankrupt situation. As a country, it's bankrupt country. And then the final fuel issues and everything directly impacted the country. And also the bank, its impact on the other side, the banks, the deposit rates, and no one has deposit, and the fluctuations, and based on those things, and inflation, no one has really maintained their deposits properly, and it directly impacted the bank. And nowadays, the banking sector directly, they can feel nowadays the major change after the IMF intervention, even though it is a political factor, the economic side also its impact. Now the banks have been come to a certain level of stable, and the other one is social one, directly to the like the cultural impacts. For example, we can say for a New Year season or the festival season, foreign remittances and everything is very high for a banks, and for a Muslim community, they are not willing to, some of they are not willing to get the interest, and those kind of decisions, those kind of facilities a bank should provide it to all the ethnic groups. Another example for a April season, everyone start with their financial transaction after their Ganudenu Nakat. And the other one, the most important thing nowadays, we feel that the technology is playing a major role in the banking sector. Nowadays, previously, we should go to a bank to start a fixed deposit, and to withdraw it, we should present the fixed deposit certificate and everything. But nowadays, with the apps, with the apps, we can start the fixed deposit. For example, HNB app, we can start fixed deposit, and we at the same time, we can withdraw it even. That digital banking and e-banking nowadays giving the maximum facility for the customers. Lanka Pay, for example, Lanka Pay, we can pay all the bills, bill payments, and school fees and everything, even at the home, with a short period of time, without visiting the bank, without the physical currency. Nowadays, we are playing a major role. For example, the POS transaction now, even a small shops now, they have the POS machines for POS transactions. All the people are willing to do that one. And the other one for the legal environment, I can remember like 10 years back, once the government changed the age limit of the senior citizen 55 to 60. It's by with the law they have imposed for the senior citizen account, a person should be at the after the age of 60 only they can start the senior citizen account. Recently, I got to know that nowadays there is no senior citizen account. I'm not sure about one of my friend told that there is no senior citizen fixed deposit after these economic and changes, and also if the CBL reducing the interest rates and everything, what is published with the circulars or the parliamentary imposed laws comes for this legal environment. Therefore, for the banks, political and economic environment are playing a major role. But at the moment, nowadays, the technology also playing influencing the banking services very much.
Okay, Buddha, thank you very
Thank
much.
you.
I think you highlighted the main factors, elaborated some other factors by looking at the current dynamic environment in Sri Lankan context. Thank you very much for the presenters and all the participants in group number 5. Then the final group number 6, Asanka, Ashan, Nimutu, Fatima, Ishara, and Ravindran. Yes, Buddha.
So yes, sir, I'd like to start by saying that Sri Lanka's banking sector is very dynamic when it comes to banking. So there are different environments like a competitive environment, demographic environment, and a lot of areas that impact to banking. So I'd like to start by mentioning a few things on the micro environment. When it comes to the competitive environment, we must definitely consider the interest rates of our competitors, the types of accounts that they provide, and the marketing efforts that the competitors are taking. And another microenvironment factor is the customers itself. So the age group of the customer is also an important factor when it comes to bank, as it provides bank accounts for senior citizen, minors, and for the female account holders, there are different types of banking. So this is something also we have to consider the customers' income when it comes to a bank, because when you're providing loans or credit cards, that is an important thing that the banks must consider. And another microenvironment factor is the employees. So we have to provide high quality customer service by appointing competent staff and by providing them with proper training. We have to appoint staff who are trained to adapt to all the changing environments as well. And moving on to macroeconomic factors, the economic environment includes the inflation rates, the interest rates, and the exchange rates, and all of these are significantly impacting the banking operations. And when it comes to economic factors, we must also consider the customer's purchasing power and if they are capable to save or invest. So all of these has to be considered. And moving on, we also have the regulatory environment. So this is a main concern because the bank has to consider all the legal changes that are provided by the government policies and the policies that are set by the Central Bank of Sri Lanka. All of these must be considered. And the banks must also consider the international banking regulations, which can influence the company. And moving on, we also have the socio-cultural environment. So the social norms, the religion, and the language preferences of the customers and the customers must be considered. For example, when we take the socio-cultural environment, we can say the Esala Perahera brings in a lot of tourists to the Kandy area. So branches situated in Kandy will see an increase in the foreign exchange transactions during those periods. And we can also use seasonal promotional activities for Deepavali, the Sinhala Tamil New Year, the Ramazan festivals, and these can help the banks to resonate with all these diverse groups. And when it comes to technological environment, it impacts on how the customers interact with the bank, from online banking services to the mobile apps. And the rate of technological adaptation, the internet infrastructure, the cybersecurity concerns are also very important when it comes to technological environment. Because when it comes to online transactions, safety is a very important thing that has to be considered. And along with the improvement in the technology, the banks have introduced e-statement, internet bankings, and SMS facilities. So in simple terms, if we are to say, majority of the banking transactions are taking place at our fingertips. So that is a very important factor to consider. And moving on, we have the political environment. So the changes in political leadership and the government decisions have a direct impact in the banking sector as well. So any policies that is implemented related to the financial sector, the trade restrictions, the tariff changes, and even the country's political stability will impact all the banking transactions. Another macro environmental factor is the environment and the sustainability concerns. So banks in Sri Lanka must also think about their environment footprint and the sustainable initiatives. So in order to improve that, a lot of banks have gone into paper-free banking, e-statements, SMS, and another thing with online banking we can see is that there's less transportation to the bank. So this means saving fuel, and that also brings a lot of impact on the environment and the sustainability concern. And moving on, we also have to consider the demographic environment, where the age group, we can see that elderly customers, they still prefer to visit the bank to carry out their transaction, and the newer generation customers, they prefer to use the internet banking facilities. So that is also something to be considered. So I would like to conclude with saying that the influential variables that affect banking sectors are economic environment, the regulatory environment, the socio-cultural, technology, the competitive environment, political, and the environment and the sustainability environment. So is there anything that I missed, Asanka?
All things covered, Fatima. Well done.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Fatima, for very elaborative and very important points you mentioned. I really appreciate for your good presentation, and all the members, others, Asanka, Ashan, Ishara, and Ravindran. So well done. Thank you very much for all the groups.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, you have done the part. And I like this particular batch. I will tell you, I like the way you presented. Still, we can see many participants in the session. I think I was, by looking at this, I was over the moon. The Lavanya, she mentioned, she actually appreciated the presentation done by Shivashankari. So this is the team spirit we have to keep maintained for all these 2 years, right? This, I think I will tell you, this life being given by the universe for everybody, the sentimental value is really important for everyone. The sentimental value, a small greeting, a small wishes means lot for everybody. So you need to have that same momentum, keep going. I really appreciate Puta, your effort, and all others, this particular batch. I think you can keep going with the same momentum. If you have any problem, anything, you can contact me as the Dean of the faculty, right? And also as the lecturer for the subject. And I think we can have a very good journey ahead. And more importantly, take this master's program as a challenge. And this might be not the full stop in your life. This can be only comma for you, for your PhD or DBA in the future, right? Any questions before we are going to wind up?
Sir, I'm Sampath. Sir,
Yes, Sampath.
can you share the content of this presentation to our WhatsApp?
PowerPoint already I shared with the MBA group.
Okay, I think I have gone through the WhatsApp group, but I did not find. But I will search, sir.
No,
okay.
no, just give me 1 minute, Sampath. What about other members?
Yes, sir. If possible, can you share it because we also couldn't find it.
Any of the member, it's already like you have like get the like already you have the PowerPoint presentation. Any members?
No, sir.
I have no, sir. We don't have.
Shared in
Excuse me,
So
sir,
that
we
is
actually,
number one. I will advise the coordinators. I have given them the instructions. So
excuse me, sir.
Thursday only. Already you got? No.
Yes, sir, it's shared in the group and I downloaded it. I think
Please share with others, Huda, because
yeah, I'll reshare it now,
I
sir.
have my own KPIs. Every lecturer, prior to 1 week, they have to get the PowerPoint presentations. At least 4 days back, we have to send the PowerPoint presentation to the student. All the outside industry experts, lecturers, 4 days prior to lecture, we have to inform. 1 day prior to lecture, like there are certain protocols you need to follow. Because I do MBA lectures for Columbia University, then Morato University, Calania for the DBA program, then again PIM for their DBA program. So we have that particular experience. So I always advise our coordinators to professionally handle professionals. ඒ පිළිබඳ ප්‍රශ්නයක් තියෙනවා ඔයගොල්ලෝ මට කතා කරන්න අසංක සර්ට කතා, right?
So still we didn't get the finance recording also. If possible, can you kindly tell?
Sure. I
Yeah,
will
thank
talk to
you, sir.
Mr. Asanka and all. So
Thank you, sir.
and thank you Fatima and everybody. ගැම්ම තියාගෙන යන්න දිගටම, right? So you can like keep on having the same momentum going on for your entire life, right? So we will wind up the session, my dear students. I really enjoyed with you. Really sorry, like 22 minutes more, but I hope you also enjoyed with this session. Thank you very much, my dear students. Good night.
Thank you. Good night.
Thank you, sir. Thanks a lot.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Good night.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Good night.
Okay, Buddha, good night.
Thank you, sir.
Good night, Buddha, good night.